Congratulations, my beloved child, for I am placing before your life a reminder of the provision, support, and kindness I have long held for you. You do not need to tremble, nor do you need to hide yourself in confusion, because what I am doing for you is not born from haste or pressure, but from the enduring love of a Father who always sees you. I know the needs you carry in your heart, the financial burdens you have silently endured, and the moments when you look toward tomorrow without knowing how to take the next step. I also know the times when you still chose hope, even though the circumstances around you kept closing like cold doors. Today, I do not come to sow tension within you, but to remind you that you have not been abandoned in lack, not forgotten among the cries of human life, and not taken lightly in the nights when you fought to keep your heart from collapsing. You are not seeing this word without meaning. There are moments I place before you like a ray of light in the place where your mind has grown weary, so that you may remember that I am still caring, still opening the way, still arranging good things beyond your understanding. I saw when others did not see. I heard when you no longer had enough strength to speak in words. I understood even the silences where all you could do was sigh, where you tried to appear normal while too many things were piled up inside. You have passed through seasons that made your shoulders heavy, yet you are still here. You have been tested by disappointment, by delay, by things that seemed as though they would never change. Yet, deep within, there is still a part of you that has not let go of faith. That is more precious before me than you realize. I want you to hear this carefully. The provision I have for you is not a reward for you to boast in, nor is it something that should make you live in fear that one wrong word will cause you to lose everything. True blessing from me does not need to be protected by anxiety, but preserved through wisdom, gratitude, and humility. There are things I do in secret, not so that you will isolate yourself from everyone, but so that you may learn to keep your heart at peace before bringing everything into the open. There are graces that need to be nurtured quietly for a time, like a seed that must rest in soft soil before rising into new life. Not because I fear the doubter is stronger than my power, but because I want you to mature in discernment, knowing what should be shared, what should be prayed over more, and what should be guarded until it bears clear fruit. The messengers of light are being sent by me as a sign that you are not alone in this season. I have placed protection around you, around your home, and around the things you have been trying to guard with weary hands. But understand that my protection does not require you to shrink back in suspicion of others. I do not want you to look at everyone through fearful eyes, nor do I want you to live as if your blessing is too fragile before the envy of the world. What I give is anchored in my goodwill. What I open cannot be closed by human gossip. Even so, I teach you wisdom, so that you do not place precious things in places lacking maturity. Do not expose tender hope before voices that only know how to extinguish it. And do not allow your newly awakened joy to be pulled down by the doubt of those who do not understand the journey you have walked. I place this message before your eyes to lift you up before you conclude that everything is too late. There were times when you walked with an empty heart, wondering whether your efforts still had meaning. There were times when you were so tired that you no longer wanted to ask for anything else, only wanting a quiet space to breathe. You have carried responsibility, anxiety, shortages, and the fear that you would not have enough strength to continue. But my beloved child, I have never seen your weariness as failure. I see in it a child who has tried so hard. I see a heart that, though weighed down, still turns toward the light. I see a faith that is not always bright and strong, yet still glows like embers beneath ashes, waiting for one breath of grace to rise again. Today, I am moving for you in ways you may not immediately recognize. Perhaps provision will come through a door of work being opened. Perhaps it will come through a timely opportunity, a person sent to help, a new idea that illuminates a financial path, a matter being resolved, a burden becoming lighter, or an arrangement that releases you from the old cycle of lack. Do not limit me to one image, for I have more ways than you can count. I am not bound by the means you have imagined. I can bring abundance through wisdom, through honest labor, through healthy connection, through fitting timing, through a quiet yet enduring opening. When I provide, I do not only fill your hands, I also want to strengthen your heart. Remember, you do not need to trade away your peace in order to receive blessing. You do not need to chase urgings that trouble your heart. You do not need to fear that if you are one step too slow, my love will withdraw. I do not work through threats. I lead you by peace, by clarity, by wisdom placed gently yet firmly in the heart. If an opportunity comes to you, bring it into the light. Consider whether it is pure, whether it brings you peace, whether it leads you toward uprightness, whether it helps you build a steadier life. Blessing from me does not force you into darkness, does not require you to hide what is wrong, does not cause you to lose your dignity, and does not separate you from wisdom. You were not chosen at random, because I have always known your name, but neither are you loved in a way that makes you see yourself as higher than others. I lift you up so that you may become more merciful, so that when you are helped, you also learn to help. When you are healed from worry, you also become gentle toward those who are still worried. When a way is opened for you, you also learn to open your heart toward those seeking even a little hope. The provision I give is not only to bring you out of lack, but to bring you into a life of order, gratitude, generosity, and clarity. I want you to be free from the posture of always fearing tomorrow, so you can live as one guided by the Father. Therefore, let your heart rest in me. Do not rush to announce everything while the seed is still sprouting, but also do not live in fear that others can take away what I have appointed. Guard what is precious through prayer, humility, wise decisions, and faithfulness in small things. If I am opening a new season, enter that season with clean hands, a tender heart, and an awakened mind. Learn to steward what is entrusted to you. Put in order what must be put in order. Learn to say no to waste, to haste, and to paths that do not bring peace. I do not only give you what is good, I also teach you to become someone who can preserve that goodness in the light. My beloved child, I am nearer than your worry. I am greater than the shortages that have robbed you of sleep. I am gentler than the self-accusing words you once spoke to yourself. Lift up your head, not in pride, but in faith that your life is still being guided. Closed doors are not the final ending. Dry seasons cannot erase my promise. The days when you thought you were forgotten cannot deny my faithfulness. I have seen you, kept you, walked with you, and I will continue to open the way in the most beautiful, timely, and pure way. Keep walking in peace, because my provision is coming not to frighten you, but to remind you that my love still cares for you day by day, hour by hour, step by step, until what I have planted in your life blossoms into a new season full of hope. I have opened opportunities for many, but they turned their faces away from my gentle call. And I will not allow what belongs to you to be taken from your hand by those who do not know how to value grace. My beloved child, what I am bringing in this season is not only outward support, not only numbers, means, or material doors that your eyes can recognize. What I am doing is a deep shift, a turning from the very foundation of your life. It will change the way you walk, the way you see yourself, the way you give, the way you receive, the way you stand before opportunities, and the way you steward what I place in your hands. This is not a small gift for you to rejoice in for a moment and then return to old patterns. This is support with purpose, a stream of grace sent to bring you out of a narrow place and into a wider space of peace, wisdom, and abundance. But you must understand that not everything I do in your life needs to be announced immediately. There are blessings that need to be covered in silence until they are strong enough to stand before the gaze of others. There are seeds that, if taken out of the soil too soon, will not have time to take root. There are promises that, if spoken while still forming, may be touched by strange voices that sow doubt, comparison, envy, and confusion. Therefore, what I am doing between me and you must be kept in holy privacy until I complete my work. Silence is not fear. Silence is a garment of protection. Silence is where I cover what is precious from hands not yet permitted to touch it. Silence is how you learn to steward grace with maturity. Instead of rushing to expose what is not yet ready to be revealed, I know there were seasons when you felt like an invisible person. You walked through crowds with a gentle smile, while your heart wondered whether anyone truly saw what you were enduring. There were people who smiled at you to your face, but behind your back spoke words that wounded you. There were people who came near you not because they loved you, but because they sensed the goodness I had placed around your life. There were people who wanted only to enjoy the light of your blessing, but were not willing to stand with you in the dark days. You once trusted hearts that were not pure. You once shared the very last of what you had with people who did not even lift you up in prayer. You once gave when you yourself were lacking, helped when your own heart needed to be lifted, and loved even when you were not met with sincerity. But I saw it all. Not one hidden act of yours was overlooked by me. Not one tear fell without my knowing. Not one betrayal you swallowed in silence went unremembered by me. Not one time you were rejected, misunderstood, used, or dismissed escaped my compassionate sight. You thought those things simply passed like sad days. But before me, they were never meaningless. They are being rewritten. They are being transformed. They are becoming part of the restoration I have for you. This moment is sealed by my kindness, not by your merit. not by your perfection, but by the enduring love I have placed upon your life. What you lost in pain, I know how to restore in peace. What you gave away in tears, I know how to bring back in joy. What others once used to make you feel small, I will use to help you stand stronger in grace. You have waited many years, and I know that waiting was not only for outward support. Deeper than that, you have waited for a way out. You have waited for the day when you no longer have to live with the feeling of being pressed in, no longer have to count every worry, no longer have to wonder whether tomorrow will hold enough strength to continue. You cried alone in places no one saw. Many times, you told me that you only needed a sign, only a ray of light, only something clear to know that I had never forgotten you. And I say to you, this is a gentle confirmation for your heart, not because I have only now remembered you, but because what I have prepared is now drawing nearer to the time of its revealing. I did not delay because I was indifferent. I did not remain silent because I was distant. I prepared everything in wisdom so that when it came, it would not come in chaos, but with order, protection, and clear purpose. What I send to you will not only soothe one weary day, it will touch the years you thought you had lost. I can do in one moment what you thought would require a lifetime to repair. I can open a door that causes many seasons of struggle to suddenly be placed into new meaning. I can bring support that not only lets you breathe in relief, but also teaches you again how to live with an open heart. But this transfer requires a guarded heart. It requires a child who does not rush to seek confirmation from everyone. It requires someone who knows how to believe in silence. Give thanks before everything fully appears, and walk discreetly until I say it is time to speak. I know you are eager to rejoice. I know there are things in your heart that you want to tell someone immediately, to share that I have finally done what you were waiting for, to have someone embrace you and say they are happy for you. But you need to remember that not every embrace carries sincerity. Not every smile rejoices in your rising. Not every listener has the capacity to protect what I am planting in your life. Some people love you when you are lacking, but become uneasy when you are lifted. Some comfort you when you cry, but do not know how to bless you when you step into joy. Therefore, I am not telling you to suspect everyone. I am teaching you discernment. I am not telling you to close your heart in loneliness. I am teaching you to guard what is holy from places not yet prepared to receive it. That is why I choose to do this in privacy. I want you to learn to walk with me before you walk before the gaze of others. I want you to know that what I give does not need applause in order to be real. I want you to feel my power in the hidden place, so that when the public day comes, you will not be swept away by praise or shaken by envy. What I am doing has power, purpose, and protection around it. You do not need to hurry to prove to anyone that I am blessing you. The result at the right time will speak for you. The peace upon your face will bear witness. The change in how you live, how you give, how you stand firm, and how you love will reveal that my hand has touched your life. So keep your heart quiet in me. Let your joy mature in privacy. Let your gratitude become a silent prayer. Let what I am doing remain covered until it is complete enough not to be distorted by the words of others. Do not let this moment pass in distraction. Do not let excitement cause you to open the door to voices that were not invited in. Do not lose protection simply because you long too soon for recognition from others. I am with you in this. I am guiding you step by step. I am restoring what was lost, rewriting what once hurt, and bringing you into an abundance, not only for you to keep to yourself, but so you may become a source of blessing guided by wisdom. Trust me in the hidden place, my beloved child, for when I complete it, no one will be able to deny that this came from my compassionate hand. If I showed you every conversation that once took place behind your back, you would understand why I must keep hidden the good thing I am preparing for you. There were people who smiled before your face, yet in their hearts were not happy to see you rise. There were people who spoke familiar words, yet secretly hoped your next step would weaken. There were eyes that seemed gentle, but behind them were envy, comparison, and impure thoughts. You did not see everything, but I saw. You did not hear every word, but I heard, and because of that, I have covered you with my wisdom, hiding the most important parts of your journey so that what I am doing would not be touched by doubtful hands, polluted by negative words, or disturbed by the jealousy of others before your time. My beloved child, do not let this grieve your heart. I do not want you to become bitter, nor do I want you to live in suspicion. I only want you to understand that not everyone who sees you with love. Not everyone who hears about your dream desires that dream to take shape. Not everyone who comes near you can walk with you into the new season. There are things I must hide, not because you are unworthy, but because they are too precious to expose before eyes that have not been cleansed. There are blessings that must be grown in silence before they are publicly revealed. There are doors that need to open in secret before you walk through them in front of others. I hid you beneath the shadow of my wings, not to delay you, but to protect what belongs to you. When my goodness pours down upon your life, it will not need you to argue in order to prove it. It will speak for itself. Those who once doubted will have to be silent before the evidence of grace. The words that once dismissed you will lose their weight before the restoration I place upon you. Those who once thought you would not overcome will see you walking in peace, not with pride, but with the steadiness of one whom I have lifted up. You do not need to answer every false word. You do not need to recount every pain so others will understand. I will bring clarity where clarity is needed. I will restore your honor in the right way, at the right time, and when it happens, you will know that silence in my hand is never weakness. This is the moment you have waited for a long time. But you must also know that I have waited for this moment with you. I waited for the day when you would be steady enough not to lose yourself when lifted up. I waited for the day when your heart would be tender enough to receive blessing without becoming proud. I waited for the day when you could enter a new season without carrying every wound as required baggage. I waited to give to you more fully, without interruption from the things you had not yet released, without hindrance from unhealthy attachments, without distortion from old fears. You thought I was making you wait alone, but in truth, I stood with you through every quiet stretch of the road, patiently preparing both you and what I am about to entrust to you. You have overcome trials that not everyone saw. There were battles within your heart, while outwardly you still had to smile. There were times when you wanted to give up, yet still chose to remain in faith. There were times when you were wounded, yet still did not let your heart become a dwelling place for resentment. There were people who hurt you, yet you still learned to forgive so that you yourself could be free. There were seasons when you had every reason to turn away, yet you still kept faith, still sought what was right. You still tried to take one more step, though you did not know what lay ahead. I saw it all. I did not overlook one time you chose light in the middle of darkness. I did not forget one time you kept your heart pure while misunderstood. I did not take lightly one time you loved, even when you yourself needed to be loved. Now I am bringing your reward to you, not as a random gift, but as the sweet fruit of the seeds you sowed in tears, every seed of kindness. I preserved every act of love. I multiplied in ways you have not yet seen every word of thanks you offered in pain. I regarded as a treasure placed in the storehouse of grace. You thought many things had fallen to the ground and disappeared. But no, in me, there is no forgetting of faithfulness. Some harvests come slowly because the roots must go deeper. Some answers feel late to you, but are on time in my plan. And now, what has quietly grown beneath the soil of waiting is beginning to rise into the light. In this hour, the windows of favor are opening over you, and I am bringing the things you once thought you would never see. But you must keep your heart in loyalty, discretion, and trust. Not everything I am doing needs to be spoken immediately. Not every new door needs to be displayed before you have truly walked through it. Not every support should be placed in the ears of those who have not learned to rejoice for you. Learn to keep what is holy in silence until I tell you to speak. Let me complete what I have begun. Do not rush to pull it before the gaze of the crowd while it is still being formed. There are blessings protected by silence, and there are new seasons made steady by hidden trust. I am touching systems, connections, pathways, and arrangements that you cannot control by yourself. I am moving in places you have never entered. I am placing your name into the right conversations, not conversations of envy, but conversations of opportunity, support, and recognition at the proper time. I am arranging numbers, resources, decisions, doors, and people who will contribute to your provision. What comes into your hand will not merely be material things to give you temporary relief. It will be a sign that I know your need, understand your burden, and can provide for you in a pure, upright, and orderly way. The abundance I am preparing for you is not for you to live in display, but in freedom, gratitude, and purpose. I do not want you to remain bound forever by the fear of lack. I do not want you to wake each day with a weight pressing on your chest, wondering how you can continue. I want you to know that my provision can come at the right time, through the right path, by the right person, through the right door. What belongs to you was already attached to your name in my good intention before you knew the seasons of struggle. It has always been in my plan. It only needed the right time. When your heart was ready enough, and when the circumstances around you had been arranged for endurance, you are the one I love, the one I call, the one I have preserved through seasons no one fully understood. I did not choose you because you were perfect, but because I placed love and purpose upon your life. I do not lift you up so you may look down on anyone, but so you may become a testimony that faithfulness is not forgotten. When I give to you, receive with humility. When I open a door, walk through with wisdom. When I cause your life to shine, remember the days when I sheltered you in hiddenness. Remember that what is given is not only for your relief, but also so that you may become a source of comfort, encouragement, and provision for others. So stand still in faith. My beloved child, do not let the words of others draw you away from peace. Do not let the envy of others cause you to shrink what I have placed within you. Do not let the past make you doubt the future. I protected you when you did not know you needed protection. I kept your miracle in the hidden place until it was strong enough to be revealed. And now, as that season begins to open, walk carefully, gently, and steadily. I am with you. I go before you. I guard what is behind you. What I have appointed for you will not be stolen from my hand. And when it comes, you will know that all the waiting, silence, and endurance were used by me to lead you into the most beautiful timing. You have walked through valleys without a map, and yet your feet never stopped seeking my light. My beloved child, I saw the days when you did not know how you would continue, yet you still rose. I saw you climb high mountains while the wounds inside you had not yet healed. I saw you silently endure things no one fully understood. I saw you smile so others could feel at ease while you yourself needed arms to lift you. There were seasons when you thought you were only trying to survive, but in my eyes, you were demonstrating enduring faith. A love not easily extinguished, and a faithfulness more precious than gold refined by fire. You carried others when your own shoulders were trembling. You listened to their pain while your own heart was full of sighs. You reached out your hand when your own hand needed to be held. And still, you did not turn your back on me. You may have been tired. You may have cried. You may have had nights when you had no words left to pray. But deep within you, there was still a small flame turned toward me. You kept believing, kept walking, kept hoping, even though outwardly things sometimes had not changed at all. I saw that perseverance, and none of it has been forgotten. Therefore, my child, know that what was delayed does not mean it was denied. There are things I held back not to hurt you, but to prepare a more complete time for you. There are doors that seemed unopened for too long, but I never lost the key. I am moving in places you cannot see, bringing forward what must arrive at the right time, drawing nearer the support you once thought was beyond reach. The abundance I have for you is not only material, it is also peace, recovery, joy, healthy relationships, and strength, so that you no longer live in the lack within your heart. I have seen your quiet sacrifices. I saw when you loved while you yourself felt empty. I saw when you gave not because you had too much, but because you still believed that kindness is never useless. You planted seeds in places that did not answer you, gave kindness to people who did not know how to treasure it, and did what was right even when no one applauded. Others may forget, but I do not forget. Others may step over your labor, but I have remembered every pure act, every quiet choice, every tear that fell behind closed doors. So, do not think your reward has been lost. I am preparing to lift you up, not so that you may become proud, but so that you may know faithfulness is always seen in my light. I will reveal my care right in the place where you were once dismissed. I will place peace upon you before the voices that once wounded you. I will show you that no goodness sown in me ever returns empty. Stand still in faith. My beloved child, a new season is opening, and what I do will heal even the years you thought were lost.